Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I made a previous video on this topic and I did really well, so we're gonna run it back. Today, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to go and make a VTuber inspired name logo. I personally use a logo like this on my own stream. Like right here is my just chatting scene, and here is a VTuber inspired name logo that I made for myself. So you definitely don't need to be a VTuber to be making this, and we'll be using Photoshop. So in Photoshop, we're gonna want to make a new document. I'm just gonna arbitrarily make it 1280 by 720 with 300 DPI. We can always downscale this later when we are adding it to our stream. So we're just gonna go and hit create. And yeah, if you saw a brief flash, that was just, okay. So I'm gonna grab this fill bucket real fast. We're gonna select some like arbitrary color that's not white, and we're gonna make a new layer. Also, yeah, for reference, I'm just probably gonna move my webcam over here, and let me just make myself not as big. Okay, there we go. So to make a new layer, if you're on PC, it's Control-Shift-N. You can make a new layer, hit OK. We're gonna grab the paint bucket tool and just fill the background, okay? Now we're gonna go and make a new layer again. So we're gonna click this T right here, which is the text, and then we're gonna go type out our username. Oh, can't see it because I use the same color as the background. Okay. Let me select a prettier looking background color. Okay, I like this purple for our background for now. So we're gonna pick whichever font we would like to use. I recommend a bolder font, and I'll make it size 36 weight. This one is really cute. This one is called Nero Freight, I believe, and I'm using extra bold. So I've noticed with a lot of VTuber logos that the text is very tilted. So we're gonna go and do that with our text to get the same tilted effect that a lot of the VTuber logos have. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our layers, right click it, and right here, we're gonna click convert to shape. So we're gonna click that, and it should convert our text type to a shape form. Now we want to select this right here. Make sure it's on the path selection tool. And now if we zoom in, we can go and adjust each letter. So let me just double click this. And then if we hit Control T, that's the command to transform. And now we can go and tilt all of our letters to get the same rotated effect that we are looking for. So Control T with this letter. Let me just move it up and then kind of turn the A. And you want to do this with all of the letters. I'm going to alternate them, tilting one way or the other. Also with this, I'm kind of staggering the letters. So you notice I moved the T down a little bit. I'm going to move the L slightly up so that there's more room for the text. Like with the A2, I moved the A slightly up so it fits better in the crevice of this K here. All right, so now we have the text all tilted, and I'm just going to go and like slightly move the letters closer to each other so there's less spaces in between. All right, and I think this is super cute. Now, if you would like to go and change the shape of the outline of the text, if you go to the same selection tool, we right click it, we click direct selection tool, we double click on the letter that we would like to adjust, and then where there are anchor points, we can kind of click and drag to kind of adjust the shape of the letter if you would like to go and change that. So I'm just kind of lazy and I'm not going to do that because it's a lot of work. And I like the way these letters look. So now what we're going to do is we're going to double click on the layer, and we're going to go to layer style, and we're going to go and add a stroke. So with the size, toy with it until you get a size that you like. I think I like this one. I'm going to make the color white, and we're going to hit OK. Double click on the layer again. We're going to go back to layer style, and we're going to go and add a drop shadow. So I'm going to color select this pink that we're working with, and we're going to make it darker. Make sure the distance is 0, the spread is 100, and with the size, we can go and make the size larger. So I think I'm going to work with this 16, and I think I want this color to be a little bit darker, like so. Okay, I made the stroke and the drop shadow a little bit bigger. I like the way this looks right now. I haven't thought of a better way to do this yet, so please let me know if you do. But I'm just gonna go and duplicate this layer, the text layer that we made, and we're gonna right click and rasterize layer style. This merges everything into one layer. The reason being, I haven't found a way to add more than 2 outlines to the shape layer, and I want to use the magic wand tool to select dead space. And with the shape layer, you cannot select the dead space. It literally will not allow you to. It's invalid. So I'm gonna hit select inverse, and then select modify, and we're gonna expand it by 10 pixels. And we can just hide this layer now. So with our text layer, we wanna make a layer below it. And then I'm gonna fill it again with white. And now with this white layer, I'm gonna take it, shift, and then I'm just gonna use the arrow key and just slide it down a little bit to give it more of a 3D effect. Now on the white layer we just added, we're gonna hit layer style, and we're gonna go and add a drop shadow. So I want this drop shadow to be a slightly darker purple color, and we're gonna move the hue selector over to purple, hit OK, and just mess with this. So I want the size to be smaller. I think it's a little bit big, it's a lot. And distance, I'm gonna shift it downwards like this. And now we have a sort of 3D drop shadow effect going on. Now we're gonna go and mess with the text effects. Okay, so I just changed the background to this soft pink. This, like, you can see this outline. I made it a soft pink. I like the way this looks better. I just think it adds more color. So now we're gonna go and work on a gradient. So we're gonna hit Control-Shift-N, and let's make a clipping layer on top of our text layer. So I'm gonna grab, let me see here. I'm gonna grab the gradient tool. If you right click the paint bucket tool, you can get to the gradient tool. We're gonna pick like a warmer pink color, and you click and then you drag and you can create a gradient in that direction. So I'm gonna pick this like pinkish color. Then let me select like a yellow color and we'll drag down this way. Let me kind of soften it a little bit. Okay, I think this looks super cute. So now we're gonna go Control-Shift-N and make a new clipping mask, and we're gonna select white, or a slightly off-white. Now let me go to a brush, and I have this halftone brush. So I'm sorry, I'm not trying to gatekeep. I just don't remember where I got it from. I'll look up, it's a free brush set. If you look up like halftone Photoshop brush set, you will find brushes that are either exactly the same or very similar. So I'm just gonna go and draw the halftones on here, and now we're gonna grab the eraser, make sure it is a soft airbrush, and we're gonna go and kind of erase like about half of this halftone. Actually, I like the way it looks with the halftone on the bottom half like this, because the top half is a pretty light color. So now we have the basics done for our Vtuber username logo, and another touch that you can add is if we hit Control-Shift-N, we make a new flipping mask using the same shade of white. If we just grab a brush, and then we select hard round brush, make it like smaller, you know, I'm gonna use like a 50, and then just draw like a diagonal line, and then we'll make it a little bit half the size, draw another random diagonal line. And then under where it says normal, we're gonna make this a screen layer and lower the opacity. We're gonna make it about 50. It kind of just gives a shine to your text that makes it look a little bit more 3D-ish. Now you can choose to stop here, or you can add this final step that I will be adding, in which you can go and let's color select this darker outline purple color. Well, actually, let's color select this color, this outline color, this maroon. Let's grab a brush and let's use the hard round pressure size. Let's make a new layer, not a clipping mask, and draw some little shapes that are near the text, if that makes sense. So don't draw it like this far out, that's a little bit far. I'll turn the smoothing up. You want to put it like kind of close to the text like so. Okay, so I drew a couple of hearts. All right, and then make sure we have the layer of the heart selected. We're gonna grab the magic wand tool, select in any dead space, select inverse, select modify, expand it by 10, and then with the paint bucket tool, let's make a layer below the hearts, okay? Using the color selector, let's select this pink color that we used, this background pink color. Paint bucket tool, fill everything, and then we're going to go to select, modify, expand, and we're gonna expand it by like 4 arbitrarily. Let's make a new layer again behind our peach layer. We're gonna color select this dark plum color, and then again, fill. Okay, I know it looks a little bit wonky at first, but trust me. So just hit the arrow key downwards a couple of times so that the drop, or like the drop shadow effect matches the drop shadow effect of the text here. And then we're gonna merge the peach layer, this one, with the plum layer. Control E to merge. Now, we're gonna want to grab our eraser. Let's select a hard round eraser and erase the overlaps. So you kind of can see what I'm kind of doing here. Where at any point when it's overlapping with the text like so, we're just gonna kind of erase that out. If you erase too much, it's fine. We can always go back in with the brush that is color selected to the peach color and just kind of fill it in a little bit. All right, and here you go. Here is how you can go and make your own personal Vtuber logo. This is, I guess, version 2.0. It's just a different style of the first video that I made. I'll also link the first video down below if I remember, just in case you would like to see it. And if you like this video, I would appreciate it so much if you'd like to subscribe. Let me know what other videos you would like to see. Any art videos, streaming advice videos, whatever. I got you. I have a whole long-running Notion list of just video ideas that people have suggested to me. So again, if you like this, I would appreciate it if you do check me out on Twitch because I do stream 4 days a week. And I hope to catch you guys in another video. Peace.